What?
What was that?
I learned how to count backwards just now.
See, this is a great start to the Friday. You get to learn how to count backwards, and you get to see a beautiful beard and this old school guy who knows a good bit about toys hang out on a Friday morning. What? What up, everybody? Welcome to Ecom and Beyond. This is the Nate and Uncle B edition.
I'm gonna have that little beat stuck on my head. I'm gonna be all day.
That is a pretty good little beat.
That was terrible.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't. Give yourself a little bit of credit.
Hey, I just got a subscriber. What?
There you go. By the way, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And also, we have Uncle B's link in the description.
Hey,
so if you want to make sure you're subscribed to his channel, please check it out. It has some awesome garage sale footage, eBay type of stuff. And he kicks booty on eBay.
Yes, sir.
I want to say good morning to a few people that are in chat this morning. We got Reseller Man. What up? Appreciate you being here. First one in the house. Simply Dana, good morning. We have Cajun Reseller. He says, sup, Nate and Anthony. Y'all need to eat some jelly beans from the Bean Boozled Challenge.
You know what? I don't even have to have the ones from the Bean Boozled. Just give me some that taste like black licorice, and I'm what?
Yeah, I don't like those either.
But I've tried the one that tastes like dog food. Not good.
There's ones with like their dog food?
Yeah, that's what that game's all about. Like, there's one that tastes like dog food. There's one that tastes like fresh cut grass. Like, and so when you eat, you get a jelly bean, and it's either going to be a good one that tastes like green apple, or it's going to taste like fresh cut grass or something like that.
Dude, that's a little off the chain for me to buy and try. Like, I couldn't do that. Like, if it was something like, oh, this is kind of gross, but it's not too bad, I would give it a try. But dog food,
yeah, it's not, and that's not even the worst. Like, there's some really bad ones.
I can't remember what the one was because my son watches, it's like F something TV or something like that, and they do those type of things. I can't remember the one, but I was like, there's no way possible I would eat those. Jennifer Hayes in the building. What up? Good morning. Appreciate you being here. We got this.
He says she loves black jelly beans. Nope.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Got Cajun in the house. What up? Good to see you. We got Paul, Gate City Picker. What is going on? Appreciate you being here. Michelle Lathan. Good morning. Dan wants to know who has the worst gag reflex. What?
When I changed my kids' diapers, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I have to agree. That is definitely.
I had to wear I was Rona proof back then because I had to put a mask on to change. Like, I had to tie my shirt around my face to change diapers, or I was not. It was not pretty. I'd be like the whole time.
In my household, when I was a kid, when you saw the shirt up, my dad called flaps up. He'd say flaps up. You knew someone tooted their horn or something's going on, because that's the dead giveaway that something has erupted in our household. CVC, what's up? Good to see you.
That's funny. Flaps up. I'm gonna remember that.
GRC, what up? Good to see you. Flipping goodies. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Kelly, the Ecom Mom War.
Yeah, where's Anthony when you need him for his sound effects?
I should have made a GIF for Fridays.
I can't even, like, he goes way off the rails with that sound effects. I can't do it.
One day we're gonna have him do it live, and he's gonna punch himself in the face.
Like, one of these times he's gonna spin around in his chair, and his chair's gonna fly off. Like, I almost just ran out. I can give the old. That's all I got, though.
There you go. I think that's equivalent.
All right.
I think that's cool.
You gotta do that little pop at the end for it to work, like when you're actually making contact.
Reseller Man says DDB flavored jelly beans. Now we're on to something. But I would not be eating those. That's for course. That'd be a good like prank one to give someone.
I may or may not know someone that was pranked with some of those jelly beans before. I'm not going to say who. They may or may not have gotten a thing full of candy, and then there was those beans, those jelly beans were mixed in there.
I'm gonna start leaving those out for like random guests that just randomly come to my house and be like, "Hey, you want some jelly beans?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, sure." And the next day they're like, "I gotta go home. I don't feel good." We got Storage Auction Rookies in the house. Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Moronic Pest, what is going on? Hope you're having a good Friday. We have CJ. What is going on? Good morning. Appreciate you being here. Storage Scavenger. What is up? Hope everything is fantastic in Texas. And that is all we have so far this morning.
Good morning, everyone. See that voice? That's my morning, I'll pretend like a radio voice. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. There's people on the radio. They definitely bring that bass. You notice that? Like, they always have to be like real deep with it. Like,
yeah. I may or may not be married to the person that did the jar of jelly beans prank.
So
You may or
so it was Dan's wifey that may or may not have did that.
It's plausible.
CJ wants to talk about fourth quarter. We could talk about fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter. I just said quarter. See, I'm just waking up, y'all. Oh man, fourth quarter doesn't mean a lot to me. I don't know. It was just steady as always for me last year.
I think we're talking about kind of my opinion of like what's going to happen with stuff, and I think fourth quarter for you of all people, if you have the inventory still, is going to be amazing. Now this is just me thinking outside the box. You guys have seen how the switches have been, where they've basically been non-available at retail locations because people just buy them up. They keep them high, they resell them, put them up for like $500-600, which that's fantastic. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just, making a, thing of one item, and, people are buying them. I bought one for $400 the other day because I was like, I want one. I want to be Anthony's behind in basketball from time to time.
Right.
So I got one. Definitely enjoying it. The kids enjoy it. They're all in that like perfect like age group for the Wii. I mean, not the Wii, Switch, because of like the Nintendo base games. Yeah. And then there is some sports stuff for me. So, it's kind of a win-win. And I like the handheld, man. That is awesome.
I've never tried.
I'm a big fan.
I've tried the Wii U because I've sold quite a few Wii U's, but I've never played the Switch.
I'm surprised the Wii U tanked so bad. And then they came out with the Switch, which is now I've never played. I've seen a Wii U, but I've never and it tanked, but they came back with a sort of the same console.
Right.
I mean, that's very similar. I mean, you can play the TV from what I remember, and you can play the handheld. Right?
Yeah, yep. It's funny though, because like you say that, like it tanked, but man, Wii U is a console I'm always looking for because they sell almost as soon as I list them. That's a console. I'll buy one and I'll list it, and it's sold within 24 hours.
Yeah, they because they're a Nintendo product and there wasn't a mass run like there was.
Yeah,
Wii U's will always sell good, just because of that. That's why the games, like I'll pick up the games all the time as well. But that item is kind of what my opinion is going to be what's going to happen to like the hot toys. Whenever I first understood like reselling on my own, not watching YouTube, not understanding that there's business like that does reselling like at thrift stores and stuff, I knew that people bought the hot toys for Christmas, put them on eBay or put them on, Facebook Marketplace, so on and so forth, to make money. I think that's going to be something that you're going to see a lot of.
Right, I agree.
Moving forward, I don't think that there's going to be nearly enough demand that's going to be shipped out from overseas because of all the stuff going on and everything else. So I think toys, especially in the used box for sure, I think is going to sell well. Now, like, do I know for sure? Of course not. But that is just my predicament. So I think Jimmy's going to have a pretty awesome.
I hope you're right. I got
Q4. Mark this down, 8/7/2020. Nate gives out the thing of Jimmy going to have a rock star fourth quarter.
Yeah, not to mention, like, there are going to be people, there's going to be people that are hesitant to go out to the store as well. So they're going to want to shop from their computer. More people are doing it now than ever anyways, right? And when you get to the holiday season, when people are normally heading out and spending, and I know there's going to be people that are definitely still good out there and still go shopping and still spend, but there's also going to be a lot more than ever that are going to be hesitant to go out into those crowds, and they're going to stay home and shop as well for their holiday gifts. So all those things combined, I think it is a recipe for what you're saying. I do.
Yeah, I just think that, just getting the product over here, people and companies are really focused on the essentials, and like, when there's going to be an X amount of demand, and I think they're going to shortchange it on purpose so they can drive the prices up and everything else too. So
yeah, that makes sense.
We'll see.
Dan said Jimmy will have an awesome Q4, and he will buy Dan an amazing Christmas gift. Thanks, Nate.
Well, I'm saying if I made the thing, I should get an amazing Christmas gift too. I'm giving him great ideas to make money.
Right.
Want to say good morning to LL Stash. What is up? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here.
Apparently, he had some of those jelly beans this morning.
Oh, my belly. I'd be feeling hard there. He says he's not affected by being boozled. So there's no effect on the stash because the stash is. I mean, look at that thing.
The stash filter, it's just filtered out.
It blocks.
Yeah,
it takes all the negative taste out of the mouth and makes it taste like strawberries.
So what does the beard do then? Like, if the stash makes it taste like strawberries, what does that beard filter do?
Oh, it's amazing. Sometimes it's chocolate, sometimes it's a little cherry. Depends on what I had this week.
Chocolate covered cherry.
You know it.
Although I don't like those.
Storage Dr. Hogan says, on that same note, what impact is it going to have for Black Friday / Cyber Monday? I think no matter what, you kind of see them produce X amount for it because it's usually like a private, I don't want to say private label, but it's specially made products to hit a certain price point that they have. So basically they'll either make $5 or might be break even on the product to bring in people to buy the other stuff because they want everyone to come shop at my store. So they'll have those. I don't know if they'll have a super wide variety as last year. You might see like toilet paper and wipes and like Clorox bleach and all types of stuff on sale for Black Friday. I don't know, but no, I'm just kidding. But
people are saying that a lot of stores are going to be closed on Thanksgiving, and a lot of those stores start their sales on Thanksgiving.
I think this year you may be shocked to see maybe Thanksgiving being a holiday that actually goes back to being closed. Because if you look at like how things are with even Walmart's still closing, at least in my area at 8:30 still. I mean, like if they're closing early, like they continue to do, and it gets close to that time, I think they just kind of shut down for that time. Maybe do like an online thing or something for pickup in store. That's maybe what they'll do, like for Black Friday, because they don't want everyone coming to the store and with the masks and stuff. Like basically, like order Thanksgiving, pick up next day to get the deal. That's my opinion. Maybe what will happen.
Possible. It's going to be interesting how they handle it. I mean, depending, if the goal is to avoid crowds, and that's what a lot of the states are doing, is to avoid crowds. Black Friday is definitely a crazy, crowded event at most stores.
Definitely. I mean, there's been times I've seen like people getting mauled over different items that they open up from them pallets and stuff. It can get
Oh, he froze. Yeah, I know what he's talking about though. Like you'll be in there, and literally as they're unwrapping a pallet, people are scrambling to get what's on that pallet, especially if it's a hot item. I hope he makes it back. You there, Nate? Is he frozen on your guys' screen, or is it just me?
Like, am I back? I'm back.
Kinda.
I'm back.
I'm waiting for the chat to verify what maybe, because sometimes I have internet issues.
No, I was having issues.
You're back.
I'm back. I'm back. Back in the game. I'll say good morning to SSK Promo. Appreciate you being here.
Elsa frozen. She knew you were talking about Christmas. She's like, and Black Friday, and she's like, nope, we're not doing this.
Oh, the internet doesn't want me to give away all the secrets. That's what it is.
Yeah, there's so many good points going on in the chat. Absolutely every year that somebody gets trampled. Kelly just said people won't be traveling as much. A lot of people won't be going. It's tradition to go to grandparents or whatever, or parents, and that stuff. It's a good chance that kind of stuff won't be happening. It definitely won't be happening as much. There's going to be a lot of people that will forego that tradition this year. I wonder how that will affect things. There's just so many different things that are going to be different this year. Like the list goes on and on and on. The question is, how is it going to affect us, right? Like you said, how is it going to, we have a lot more at stake or whatever. Like we rely on those sales. So how is it going to affect us? We're all hoping obviously that it's positive, how it'll affect us.
Yeah, D, I don't like, this is just me kind of, me talking about like the manufacturing. This is just me kind of just looking at the bigger picture, like of how things have been. You know what I mean? Like with everything's kind of been either they just been sending just enough, or like they'll send in groups, like kind of like how the cards get stocked every Friday. They'll send in X amount and then they're gone because someone knows that they're there. Right. I'm thinking that like possibly on some items, especially like the new systems coming out, and I think what PlayStation and Xbox is coming out with systems this year. Like those will be like instantly bought up and resold on eBay and possibly even Amazon if you're gated and selling that stuff. And going to go through the roof. Games are going to be super high, but I mean even the regular toys too. Like I just don't think they're manufacturing and don't have the the ability to send out as much as they've been in prior years. I mean, there hasn't really been that super hot toy that like you had to scour the internet to kind of find the last, like maybe last year and the year before, because I just started reselling in 2018. And I think there was maybe one toy that kind of was hot, but it was just because of manufacturing. So I think even though usually Christmas is known for like a new toy holiday, depending on everyone's finances and with the manufacturing, I think we're going to be, more used stuff is going to be given on Christmas.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's going to be a higher demand for sure. And yeah, like D was saying some of the smaller stores, there are a lot of smaller stores that sell, that are going to be gone, that maybe smaller communities that now those people are going to consider shopping online because the store, the local store that they went to is closed now, which obviously that really, really sucks, to even think about that, but it's
right. Definitely. I want to say good morning to Aussie VHS Thrifter. What is going on? Appreciate you stopping in.
Yeah, D said there's no hot toys anymore, just iPads and video games. Right?
I think there will be this year. I think also like the manufacturing, because like the economy was being so strong that these companies were producing these toys kind of without fear in a way. You know what I mean? Like they're just kind of just there because there wasn't any shortage or any like, oh, I can't find this on the shelf for my son or my daughter or whatever. And I lived through that big time. What's it called? The last couple of years, because I have 3 kids, and there was not that one item where I was like literally like the guy looking for Mega. What was that? Megatron or like the dude off of Home Improvement. Tim the Toolman Taylor on that one Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Megatron. He was looking for Megatron or something.
I know who you're talking about.
Oh no, Turbo
Man, yeah. With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I was way off at first. But yeah, I think like there hasn't been anything like that. So like I think it's going to be something we're going to be definitely seeing coming up, that's for sure. CJ says lately big increase in container ships from China here on the Delaware River. That's pretty cool that you're able to kind of see stuff firsthand, like what's coming over containers and stuff like that. But my thing is like, is that really like, like containers and stuff, or is that like all face masks and like the essential stuff? Because I mean, there's for sure going to be an increase just because of that alone, as long as everything kind of stays at kind of like status quo. You know what I mean? Just that alone is going to see a huge increase in traffic. Uncle B's channel right there in the chat. Check him out. Good guy. Like I said, he spends every Friday for the last few Fridays with me. Super appreciated. But like I said, he does really awesome videos. He uses Filmora, which is an awesome video editing.
Yeah, I've kind of scaled back on the editing for now. I need better camera and stuff to do with the stuff I want to do, so I'm gonna scale back until I get a better camera. But I'm still doing some, obviously some editing on there.
Okay. Cajun says he sold toys from Walmart this year for over $100. It's all about knowing which toys are worth it. That is true.
I'm just curious. Like, I've never asked Kate. Like, is Cajun ungated in toys on Amazon, or is he selling just on eBay?
I know he sells on Amazon. He definitely sells on Amazon. But I'm not sure if
he definitely sells like used video games and stuff on there. I'm just curious, Cajun, are you ungated on toys on Amazon? Because that's a big part of doing some of the RA stuff, is being ungated in a lot of the different toy categories for Amazon, which I am not, so that's why I don't do that stuff.
I may know this one bearded guy who he might be ungated. I don't know.
May or may not know him.
Kelly said most of the toys I've been selling are from the discount store. All toys, especially now, are going to be sent. Like I said, I think Christmas is going to be really awesome for us resellers. I hope I'm right, because let's face it, most of us in here are resellers. So I hope we all kind of kill it, for fourth quarter. I think it's going to be something good. I mean, basically, like from the start of the pandemic till now, if you've done better than other years, press 1. If you haven't, press 2. Because I would really like to see, because that's going to be a good gauge of basically how things are going to be going. You know what I mean? Justin Jacobs asked, when is y'all's next auction? Honestly, I do not know. I know me and Anthony have talked about bringing back the auctions once a month again, and we just haven't set any type of date moving forward yet, but to be continued.
I just want to clarify because Kelly made a point, and yes, okay, everybody is ungated on toys, but first thing I want to say is, don't they usually lock it up, come around somewhere around Q4? And I understand, but most of the toys I want to sell, I'm gated in. I scan toys all the time, and it feels like 90% of them I'm gated on, and the ones that I'm not gated on, they're not even worth bothering with.
From my experience, some of the, like, if you look on the back of the box, it's some random company that made it, you could sell it probably. But if it's one of like the better, more known companies it sold for, if you're not ungated in toys and like a couple brands or just, you know, whatever, you're not gonna be able to sell it, which, like you said. And the thing that stinks is they'll increase it during Q4, because right. I've seen that happen. I've got that happen. Like I had stuff, I'd send it in. I'm like, oh, this is going to do awesome. A couple of them even sold. The next, you know, it's like, whoosh, it's like restricted, like inactive. You have to recall them. Yeah. And then I got ungated in toys, and then I sent them right back in. The ones that didn't get damaged because they're terrible with shipping, definitely stuff back to the people. So, yeah. But this year, like, I've been doing merch fulfilled too, so I'll be able to swing with the fences with the best of them this year, because I definitely have, you know, well, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, because I can't remember when the cutoff is, but there's a cutoff date where you have to have X amount of merch fulfill stuff in to be able to merch fulfill toys during Christmas. So anybody who's out there that has messed with a little bit of merch fulfill, keep doing it until that time, or make sure your number hits. You have to have 25, I think, in a 6-month period before Christmas. I think that's what it is. I can't remember, because I've never hit it before, so I never had the know, to be honest. But this year I am, so I'm going to be able to hang with the big boys this year.
Nice.
We got the Carolina Hustlin in the house, Ken Clubs. What up? Appreciate you being here. Bluegrass Picker agrees with me. I appreciate that. Hey, Bluegrass, good to see you. We have Storage Rookies with a 1, Reseller Man with a 1. Bluegrass says eBay is on fire. I know Uncle B can definitely say it definitely is. Anthony selling tons of cards. He was on that, sports card investors thing, and crazy amount of stuff.
Yep.
Kelly says, yeah, I'm engaged in Funko 2 and Barbie and Little Pony. Those are all good ones to be engaged in. Because Little Pony, I think, is coming out with a movie, or came out with a movie recently, or maybe I'm wrong. Or no, that was something else. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I know you guys had this topic a while back, a couple days ago or last week. But you know, eBay versus Amazon, and I know Nate doesn't like to hear it. Like, Amazon's just really not for me. I've tried it, and it's the sourcing. I absolutely, like, I would rather go get a job than source for Amazon. That's just how it is. Like, and everybody's different. Everybody has their own thing, and I've 100% come to the conclusion, if my job was to source and scour and try to find stuff for Amazon, especially new and retail arbitrage or wholesale or whatever, then I'd rather just go get a job. Like, I honestly would. I've determined that. So eBay is for me. It's going for those one-off gems and used stuff. That's what I like to do. I have fun doing it. So for now, Amazon is anywhere near in my future. No. eBay really tanked for me. I kind of told Nate how I'm doing on eBay. I don't really need to worry about Amazon right now.
Yeah.
It's so good on eBay that it's just not for me, and I don't enjoy it. I don't like. I've been in the stores. I've been scouring the internet trying to find that item, and it is not for me.
Well, I'll tell you this, and this is so true. I don't know. I know a lot of people here are up to you. They watch your stuff. The stuff that, like, if I would do a video of my Goodwill and my thrift stores, not only just Goodwill, like thrift stores, the limited garage sales that I've seen on the weekly thing.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to literally, like, depend on that, man, I'd have to sell a lot of clothes. Like, that would be the only shot that I would have to make, like, a few $1,000s profit, not sales profit on eBay. And, like, I think I know a good bit of stuff to look for and what sells good. Do I know everything? Of course not. Like, it's nearly impossible to know everything. You know what I mean? That's why, like, being on YouTube, like, it's been so awesome for me, because I am learning stuff, almost on like a daily basis sometimes. You know what I mean? Someone will come in the chat and just drop bombs on us. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I never even knew that type of stuff. So, like, I think a lot of it is the area. Like, I know that me and you have talked, and like your area, you don't have some of the stores that I do, and maybe the amount of stores. Like, literally, I can say I want to go to this store, and I know I'm going to pull or spend at least $200 to $300, $400, $500 every time I go there. Right. And it's not a Walmart store. Like, it's another store. Yeah. Like, I know I can do that. And then there's like, I can hit, if I take a certain type of route, I can hit 3 of those type of stores in one shot and come back, and I can guarantee I'm gonna have my van full. You know what I mean? Like, that is how awesome, like, sourcing is in my area. There's so much opportunity, and it's not like overbought, where it's like, man, there's nothing on the shelves in my area. It's like there's overabundance, so it gets me like better pricing. The clearance stuff tends to hang out a little longer, unless it's Walmart. Like, I seen Buffalo Pickery, he had that whole aisle like of Walmart clearance. Like, I was like strolling over when I saw it on Instagram, and I'm like, man, I wish I could have had something like that, right, to go grab stuff on. But it all depends on your area. I mean, that is hands down, that is the biggest denomination that basically tells you, hey, eBay is going to be amazing for you, or Amazon is going to be amazing. Like, it's just what it is.
Well, one of my early experiences at Walmart, and my wife can verify this happened. Like, we were in the clearance aisle, early on when I first started Amazon, just trying to learn it, and there were 2 other people in that aisle scanning stuff at the same time we were. Like, I was like, yeah, what are these people? These are experienced. Like, they know what they're doing. Now, this is my first time here, and I already see there's 2 other people here scanning stuff. Like, I think the competition here is pretty intense here in the Denver area, especially around where I live. I know our clearance racks are always empty, and like, and definitely, like, I've seen, when the cards were going crazy, there were people, I was like, hey, that's my Walmart, and the picture of them on Facebook Marketplace of them selling those cards is right there in the Walmart parking lot. Like, people are all over it here, and there's just not. I haven't had a lot of luck trying to do anything. And I spent some time on it for sure. Like, I did a lot. I spent time in Walmarts and Targets looking for stuff, and I found a couple things, but nothing worth. Nothing. I'm not filling my van. I'm not even filling my passenger seat. Like, it's just not been worth it. And I don't know. Maybe I just. I don't quite. It doesn't click for me like it does for you either. That kind of sourcing, and then using you do a lot of work on the internet. I know a lot of your work is at that desk, trying to find the right places to go, and maybe finding products that you could possibly be on that shelf. And that's something I'm not good at. I don't excel at that.
Well, like, some of it is just like, like knowing where to look, like online. Like, I'll do some online shopping, especially now because Walmart closes at 8:30, Target closes at 8 or 8:30. Like, so I'm forced to kind of use online tactics more than usual. But most of the stuff I've been finding in stores, honestly. I don't think I've had anything come in online for a good little while now. And I don't, like I said, like, it just all depends on your area. Like, the people that the other consumers or buyers that are in your area are going to determine how good your area is on either used goods or new goods or both. Like, you know what I mean? Like, And as long as one of those two are open,
Yep.
you're able to set up shop and be in business. If not, then you're going to be like, kind of really in trouble moving forward.
My clearance aisle might be empty, but my map looks like that.
Let me show you mine. Like I full transparency. I did not look this morning yet because I got to work today, so I already know that I'm not going to be able to run around source. But let me see what mine. Treasure map. Like, look at mine. This is sad.
Stores Option Rookies said they have the same thing with their Walmart. Yeah,
that's it. Like,
time to move.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's like, this is like an hour drive.
That's
like there's a
Pittsburgh right in the middle.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of sales in Pittsburgh, huh?
Like that's me zoomed out so you can see more of the map, because like Anthony lives towards the north and that's an hour drive. I mean, there's a couple near me, but I can't go to them today. But let me see Saturday. Like Friday's never been a huge garage sale day. Now Saturday is not too bad. There's some dimples, but you know what I mean? Like, am I gonna go traveling now? Maybe, because there's there's a few right there, which probably is a community sale if I had to guess. So maybe I'll venture out Saturday and take the kids out. And no, I'll just go by myself. They don't wake up in time.
Hey, they can help you find toys.
Oh, they'll cost me money and buy toys. But I want to say good morning to the flipping accountant. Appreciate you being here. Sorry I didn't get to say good morning to you soon. We have Eagle Heart Sales. What is up? David Miller, what up? Good to see you.
Yeah, Eagle Heart makes a good point. Like, there's 3 on the map, but like last Friday, I actually did I call it freestyle. Like, I follow the map, but then I'd look for signs, and I did really good that way, chasing signs. I don't usually do that because there's usually so many on the map that I want to hit. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try freestyle. I'm just going to drive around. I'm going to follow the map to a sale, but if I see a sign, I'm chasing it. And I did really good like that on last Friday.
See, I'll look for a little cluster. It has to be a little cluster or something that I go to and I see or a lot of stuff that I would buy. And then I'll make a conscious effort to try and go there first. And then, like you said, I'm always keeping my head on a swivel looking for little signs and stuff, because people, do it late because they know, oh, there's a bunch of people coming, or they find out late that, other people are in it and they just didn't make it, on there or whatever. So, it just depends. Paul says, I went on an RA run last week, 12 Walmart, spent $450, looking to make around $4,000. It's not as easy as thrift stores and yard sales, but can't beat the profit.
Yeah. I'm going to venture to say he's ungated in some toys, though.
Possibly. Yeah. I mean, to be able to hit some of the better hits, like on that type of run like Paul did, which was awesome, you have to be engaged in something, or you have to at least have some of the matrix where it lets you auto engage. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be able to get in there. Like, the first couple months on Amazon for me, it was a struggle bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like as soon as I was able to get their bots to let me in, like, I was in. Did I have inventory automatically go to Amazon right away? No. I literally like got in and then started sourcing, and then slowly but surely start sending product. Like, I probably took me 3 weeks before I sent in my first shipment, which was like a little box of stuff, compared to now I send in like 6 to 9 boxes, large and medium and boxes to Amazon. But you know what I mean? Like, for me, like, there's no other way that I could see myself being able to scale without Amazon. Not only that, from a part-time reseller experience as well, because I don't have the luxury to be able to pack for 2 or 3 hours a day because of, I do the show, and then not only that, like, I have to go to work too. So I would have to like literally like pack everything that's going out the night before. And if I do that, then I'm not listing anything on eBay. I'm not like getting any type of like minimal chill time to kind of like, kind of just ease back into like, getting my body and my mind right for the next day that I got to go run around and stuff.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna stop talking about Amazon. I don't there's people making comments, and like I'll just say like it's not for me. Like I'm not. I know a lot of people do focus on toys. I know about the hard goods, and I'm not trying to be argumentative. I just don't know a lot about it. It doesn't work for me, especially the sourcing.
Yeah. No,
And
I
I'm having fun doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
yeah,
And
no doubt.
I'm glad that you guys are killing it. Like I'm glad and get it, and I don't want to get in your way. Like go get those home goods, go get those toys, go get those groceries, make that money. Like I've had no luck, and I don't I don't want to be like I'm being against Amazon because I'm not. I know people are killing it and keep doing it. It's just
So
not for me at all, and I don't know it, so I'll stop acting like I do.
it's all about it's all like I said, it just depends on your area. But the one thing I will tell you is just keep an eye open because there's going to be times that you see something that's an everyday item and you're like, man, that's a good price, and just scan it and be like, is this an Amazon item? Then you message your boy and be like,
Long ago,
hey, is this rank good to sell? And I'll be like, yeah, buy it all. And then you got one good killer item that you made a whole bunch of money on.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, like I said, I wouldn't close the door. In business, you almost can't.
It's closed right now. I actually cleared out I have all my FBA coming back, and
Oh, really?
I took down all my FBM. For now, that store's closed.
Oh,
Yeah. The stuff that was stale, anyways, that was literally just sitting there for months and months. So right now it's closed. My Amazon store has been closed. Like it's still there, but I went to I do the dollar per sale thing. So
yeah.
I'll reevaluate it way later. But the way things are going right now, I don't need to.
Today, the sleepless hustler tested positive for COVID. Man, that's very sad scenario, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Please keep us posted how you're doing. Make sure to pass that along to Anthony and have him say some prayers for you. And man, like I hope you're okay, man. I know you're a hustler and a runarounder like me, and working and doing the whole reselling thing. So I know it's going to be tough for you to kind of have to like sit and kind of isolate and kind of get yourself together. But just know that I'm here for you. I know Pittsburgh will be here for you, and I know a lot of people in the chat. Of course, I'm sure Jimmy as well. We'll be all here for you if you need anything. So just let us know. And man, like nothing puts your business and your life into a screeching halt like that, So prayers, man.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, that's.
David asks, what app is showing garage sales? We use Yard Sale Treasure Map.
Yeah.
And
basically links to all the Craigslist ads.
Yeah, it will show like all the different listings that are on Craigslist. It pulls all that data, puts it on a map, and if you pay the $3, I think it is, you can go every day and look what sales are every day. Which, if I was someone who's full time, I would definitely purchase it. I bought it anyway because at the time I was off on Thursdays and Fridays at one point of my work schedule. So I needed to be able to kind of look at Friday and know exactly what was going on Thursday and everything else. But yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Dan says Nate is more of a harvester. Amazon. Jimmy is more of a hunter. eBay, yard sale, thrift stores. Still get to eat. Yeah, I mean, either way, we're all making money. We're all doing good.
Yeah.
It just do. And that's what's good about reselling. There's 90 ways to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just like these people right here, Top Notch Flips, are doing an auction tomorrow.
What?
They're doing a preview.
I should consider being into auctions. I always have lots of stuff that I could put together. I did pretty good on the auction when I did with you guys.
If we do another monthly one, I mean, of course you can come do it with us or whatever.
Yeah, Mario's crooked because my dog Jack has knocked that picture over about 7 times, and I keep having to put it back up.
Will you knock with his tail or something?
Oh, because it's just sitting on a box, and he'll like hit
Uh,
the box, and then the box will fall out from under it. Just reach out, Jimmy. What did I? Oh, just sign up with top. All right, I got you about auctions. All right, yeah, yeah. I probably have 3 or 4 lots right now that I could put together that would be good auction lots. But again, go ahead, sir.
the thing is, like you have such good like eBay inventory. You know what I mean? Like I would be half tempted to just let it ride on eBay for the most part. But I mean, there is. I think it's by YouTube auctions. Like there is inventory that you're like, man, I really don't like selling this, but it's such a good deal that I can't pass this up. I know I could make double my money on just throwing up on a YouTube auction. So
Yeah,
it makes it like a nice option sometimes.
some of the stuff I look at, I'm like, man, I literally I paid $10 for that stack of items, and it's worth, even at auction, I would, make 120, 150 or whatever. I don't know if auctions do, I did really like those hats. I have a bunch of hats again. And I did really good on those hats in that auction. And I have some toys also. So I don't know. It's something that, and it would be something that I would change my sourcing. I see stuff where I'm like, man, if I had an auction, I'd be all over that. But I don't, I don't have room. I don't have room, and I don't want to store it for months selling it on eBay.
Yeah. Eagle Heart sells. I'm off 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I'll definitely get back to you. I haven't forgot about you. I'll definitely hit you up this weekend. I'm just bad with emails. Emails like the worst way to like communicate with me. Amazon floods me with stuff because of my repricers and stuff. Every time like my repricer gets activated, which is every 15 minutes, it sends me an email saying we got your listing report, because that's how it pulls the listing reports. It sends me an email telling me that. So
Kelly just found out that her estate sale she's going to tomorrow's going to have some good stuff. What? That I love estate sales. Good. I love estate sales.
Those estate sales can be good in my area. They're not. Like we said before about sourcing in different areas, like the stuff will be good, but the prices will be like.
I deal with that too, but I mean, yeah, I've gotten to know some of the company names to avoid.
We're in such a small area. Like I'm close to Pittsburgh, but I'm not in Pittsburgh.
Right.
So the amount of estate sales is very limited. So that means the companies are very limited. It's basically either you go to a private sale, which is the best, or you go and see this one company and they literally jack up the prices to eBay and above, eBay and beyond.
eBay and beyond.
I have a video that I have on my channel. I think it's the last yard sale or no estate sale that I've ever went to. It was either last year or the year before. It was last year, definitely last year. And like they had like a no name like DVD combo for like $60. Like I'm talking no name. Like I've never heard of this brand. Well, and then they had this cookie jar, a Snoopy cookie jar, which is the reason why I went there, for $90.
Yeah.
I'm like, I told the guy, I says, like I come to your stuff all the time. I says, why are the prices like through the roof? Well, Saturday is for collectors and Sunday is for everyone else. And I'm like, why I got to be everyone else? Why can't I be like?
I don't know. Maybe Denver's like the only stuff. Like
I said, man, like money is tough in PA because people work a lot of. There's not a lot of like really good paying jobs for like like myself. I'm a warehouse guy.
Right.
I make good money at my company that I'm at now, and I've never seen people make that type of money unless, they have some type of degree working in, like, say, like as a nurse or a doctor, or, some type of physician, or an oil field or gas or whatever. Those are like the best paying jobs that you'll see. Everyone else is like $15, $10 type an hour jobs. Like, you have a lot of cheap, like Pennsylvania, it's cheap living, but it's like cheap paying too. You know what I mean? So like, that's probably why, like, I think, like, I don't see as much of the stuff that you do. People aren't like, I don't need this, just toss. Or
Oh, he's freezing up again.
people like Ross at like $20, $30 or whatever.
Then
Am I
I'll
freezing
just
up?
say that I'm fortunate. Like are there companies here that overprice on estate sales? Yes, and I've gotten to know most of their names. But there's still enough companies out here, man. I do amazing. Like estate sales are one of my favorite things to go to out here because the companies that price good price really good. And I went to that estate sale last weekend, and I came away with a haul for $32 that I'm gonna make $300-400 on.
Right.
Like that, I bought a vintage Pioneer laser disc player for $10. I'm gonna get over $200 for that thing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I got those. I found those vintage Simpson Christmas ornaments. I paid $1.50 each for those. I'm gonna get $15 a pop on those. Like, and the fact that my point is they were priced at $1.50 each at an estate sale. That's a great
Yeah.
price. Like I'll buy that all day, every day.
Yeah, that stuff would have been like $5 or $7 a piece in ours.
Yeah.
I want to say good morning to Emily Conway. What is going on? Appreciate you being here. Flipping account asks, which repricer I use? I use Aura. Aura. And want to say good morning to Philly Picker. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
Kelly said, "Don't tell her husband about the laser disc." Like, yeah, I found it was just sitting on the shelf, and I was like, $10, and I plugged it in, and I didn't have anything to hook it up to, but it powered on. I ejected the big tray, came out, and it went back in. I was like, I'll buy it for $10, and that much of it works. I'm gonna have to buy a laser disc to test it, but so I'm gonna be looking on eBay to buy one. I just haven't gone that far yet.
See, GRC's from close to my area, about 20 minutes, 15 minutes away. She says, yeah, Nate, this area is yuck for estate sales, yard sales, too high prices, not quality stuff. Everyone here where we live, Nate, are dealers and go buy up all the furniture, appliances, and such. Like, I don't even like buying like the furniture, like, unless I like moved into like my dad. I really want to start moving into my dad's like warehouse. I gotta try and get in touch with him and kind of set up something with him, because like I think that is where I open up a lot more doors. Literally, I mean, like business doors, and not only that, like sourcing and being able to open up my van doors and just drop product in like on pallets, and then from there I can easily set up shop. I mean, oh man, that would be awesome. And then like I know Anthony was talking about like storage lockers and stuff, like wanting to do them like once or twice a month, and he wanted to do it, and I was kind of on the fence. If we had that situated where we had a spot where we could pick up stuff and just touch it once, put on a pallet, not have to deal with it again until it sells, that would be super, super primo. And then we basically just open up the doors as like a, I don't want to say like indoor flea market, but I guess that's kind of like how it would be. Mm-hmm. And people would come in, buy stuff. And there's a St. Vincent de Paul right next door to my dad's warehouse. So like the traffic is right there. Like I'm talking like there's never a day that I drive past this place and the parking lot is not packed. So like there's traffic right there, and people spend money because like I've seen the prices of like furniture and stuff that they sell, and it's not even like super, super nice furniture. It's like, decent furniture, whatever.
I mean, in our area, I definitely see that. I see the regulars, the dealers. Like, that's not something that I'm into at all. I've said why I can't lift a lot, but the furniture's always swooped up big time at the sales I go to for sure. Like, I see a lot of that, and I see we have a lot of antique dealers. I stay away from that stuff. Like, I don't need to sell antiques. I look for the more modern, or vintage and modern stuff. I'm not messing with antiques. I'm not messing with antique glassware, and I don't mess with furniture. So I let them have it. Go for it. Go get it. Kind of like I say, you guys go to Amazon, get what you got to, get. I'm the same way with those people. Like, go get those. Go get that table. Go ahead. It's all yours. Can I just grab this CD player that's on it first? You know what I mean? Like, that's how I am.
That's what's awesome. Like, I don't want to say you're niche down, but like, you have your area where your stuff, and like it's not huge stuff. It's like most of the time smaller stuff.
Yeah.
And it sells really good on eBay. So you found your zone that you're happy with, and you're obviously doing good with. So I mean, can't beat that, man. Like, I would be happy with it too, especially like from what you're saying, like sales wise, you're doing good. So, I mean, that's the main thing. Like, are you making enough money to survive? Are you happy with that amount of money? Right. If you are, stay where you're at. Do what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. If you want to be, if you want to scale and get bigger and make more money because you want to have bigger plans, or you want to, have a family business or whatever you want to call it, like where it's going to turn into a mega thing, then do it. Right. But you got to keep increasing that bottom line. At the end of the year, when you pay them taxes, it stinks. But if you're growing that amount, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, definitely. Like I said, if I stayed where I'm at right now and didn't try to grow this at all, I'd be fine. Like, it's that's one of the hard things about doing YouTube and talking about this stuff, but then not being fully, it's, you don't want to share every penny that you make and be totally 100% transparent. Like, this is how much I make every month. I just know that it's working. That's all I can tell you. Is like, it's working for me. I'm making more than enough to live off of. And my wife obviously works a full-time job, but it's hard to. It's it's just kind of like, just trust me that if it wasn't working, you wouldn't see me here, and I'd have a job by now. It's definitely working. I'm making more than enough to live off of, so I'm happy with the way I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. So I hope everyone does really well, and hits them numbers. And like you're telling me, off the air, like you're doing fantastic. So I'm happy and proud for you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And it's definitely worked. Now I'm gonna say, like, I've been busting my butt on eBay. Like, I mean, I've been at it every single day. I work weekends. Saturday I'm down here. Sunday I'm down here late. But a lot of it's fun to me, so it doesn't feel like work. But like, I did a video where I worked through my death pile, and I got through that entire death pile, and now I'm already back to another start of another death pile. Look at
that. That's super manageable though. That's good.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just constantly sourcing, and I'm constantly listing, and I'm just been at it. Like, I'm either out on the road sourcing, or I'm in the basement listing and taking pictures and stuff.
I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, especially the amount you source a good bit. So I mean, like, you're able to pull a good amount from like, you'll go hit yard sales and stuff today and tomorrow, and you usually grab a good bit of stuff. So you got to kind of stay on top of that, or you get what you went through before, a mega death pile of stuff maybe that you isn't doing as well. Like, I've done that before, where I've sourced stuff like for Amazon and even eBay, of course, where I missed the bubble. You know what I mean? Now I have to wait for that bubble to come back. You know what I mean? Because you have to send in stuff and list stuff pretty quickly sometimes to make sure you're in that window what you wanted for money wise and stuff. And if you slack sometimes, and now you're totally waiting, or now you're gonna be paying storage fees with Amazon or whatever is going on.
Right. Well, it's funny because, like I said, I shipped 31 on Monday, so I had 10 sales a day, basically Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's like, I was like, man, you know, and I obviously don't go by like, oh, look, I'm at 900 listings. Like, I'd rather sell the 30 and be at 870, right? You know, so, but that's what I'm fighting a uphill battle because like I listed 16 yesterday, but I've already sold 9 of them, you know, so it's like I'm loving the sales and I'm glad my inventory I can't get to 1,000 and I'm trying to get to 1,000. Like I'm fighting and fighting to get to 1,000 listings and it just keeps being awesome and the sales are almost out. I'm almost out selling what I'm listing. So
Wow, that's awesome, man.
yeah.
Got Jonathan in the house. What up? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. We have the bargain effect in the house. He says hello. Sorry I'm late today. It's all right, buddy. We all have things going on. We appreciate you being here. And we also have Money from Mars. Oops. Money from Mars in the house. What up? Appreciate you being here. But yeah, Bluegrass says my money pile is huge. That's like basically mine is like I have like clothes and stuff that I know is good quality inventory and brands. I'm hoping maybe they went up in price last time I bought it. So
they're not
well, the thing is too, like if you think about it, like you know, as you know, like kind of like how the market and everything goes, like inflation happens, and so that item that I bought for $1 at the Goodwill, maybe it's worth 25 now, even though my money overall probably isn't worth the same. You know, inflation does kind of help sometimes with death piles, but I hope inflation doesn't keep going the way that it's going. That's for sure.
Let me hit that thumbs up for Nate. I didn't even hit it yet. See, I'm a bad guest host. Man.
Dan says, this show is telling me that Ecom equals Nate and beyond is Anthony. Has there been any beyond discussion this show, Cavs? Well, just for you, Dan, we're going to say that the Cavs are number one.
What did I find the other day? I sent, here's the proof. I sent you guys a picture. I was at a thrift store and I was like, look, I found, what did I say? I found Doo-Doo Brown found it or something like that.
Let me find the post.
Right.
I'll pull it up real quick. And I thought it was a
found it.
I thought it was a what's it called? I thought it was a beanie or something. Here, hold on, I'll pull it
up. I literally was in the thrift store. I was like, I gotta send this picture to Nate and Anthony. And I put Doo-Doo Brown found it.
I thought it was like one of those like ugly sweaters at first because it was like a really quick glance, and then I was like, that thing is so ugly. It's even a book bag.
I probably should have bought that thing. If it was any other team, I might have bought it. But
Paul said 30 on watching, only 18 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. We appreciate it. It helps us with the YouTube stuff, and it's a pain in the butt. But you know what? Got to do it to bring more people here, which the more people here means more cool people for all of us to hang out with. So help out the community get bigger, please.
Yeah, I'm not. That thrift store was dead though. I'm worried about that. My thrift stores have started to
they started to die down,
and they've raised their prices some too. It was like what? Like I did not do good at that thrift.
That was one of the things that we kind of saw right away, at least our thrift stores. Like they got rid of their color days and stuff like that for a good while, and they raised their price on T-shirts. And I think like one other thing they raised it to. It wasn't a lot, but it was like an extra $1 or something. I don't know, but the overall inventory, especially at the Goodwills, have been man.
Well, we have our local one called Arc that usually is priced way better than Goodwill. But I was there and I was like, man, I've never seen prices like this at Arc. And like their shoe section, man, I was like, what? Like there was a pair of Merrill like slip-on loafers or whatever, and they were $25. I was like, nope. And I was like, I've never seen Merrill. I mean, Merrill's a good brand and I've done well with it, but I've never seen them for $25 at a thrift store.
There were some Nikes that were at my Goodwill, and they were nothing special. They were new or newish without the box, I would say.
Yeah.
They were $75. I looked them up on eBay. They were, I think, 25 free ship.
Oh,
so that tells you, and those were new, mind you, no box, but
they're
they were
just
new.
looking for a logo, and that's it. That's all they need.
Like,
Yeah,
good. I think that they're pulling all their good inventory and throwing it on their auction website, like they're online. I think they're definitely pulling all that type of stuff there because they saw what happened during the pandemic. They were really probably cashing in a lot more, I would say, because a lot of the like Wii's and it's things like that went for good money. So I think they've done that because I went to my Goodwill and the only thing I could find is maybe some clothing. It is rough.
Yeah, that sucks. Damn. I need to find a senior so I can use that senior discount. I just don't know. I don't have a senior available. Do you know one, Dan, that's available?
Money from Mars says I need to go to thrift and yard sales. I've not been in a month working through my backstock. I haven't been to a yard sale yet this year.
What?
I've not been to one. There hasn't been any like worth looking at close to me just to go to like say one. And like other than the chart I just showed you on my phone, there was one other time there was one, and I mean right underneath Pittsburgh, that's the only thing that's been close to like a cluster. So there you might see me try to go to some this weekend, especially since I'm off next 3 days. So I just want to get through today. Like Mr. Burns, like let's have an easy day today. Let's just cruise and get out about 7:00. Cruise out of here.
Right? Get out early. I don't know. You said you got tomorrow off, right?
Yeah, I'm off to
challenge
tomorrow.
you to go to your first yard sale.
I think I will. I mean,
challenge accepted.
I have some Amazon stuff to send in already, so I'm good with that for the most part. I can even mix in some of that afterwards. So, I mean, it's in the Pittsburgh area, so I'll be able to hit some different stores up too. Maybe I'll even hit up a like how you have like the Arc. I think there's something similar to that in the Pittsburgh area, so I might be able to even do that. So,
I'm on a totally different note because you brought up Mr. Burns, and I was thinking about this the other day. Is there I never really watched The Simpsons. Not my favorite show. Sorry about that. Is there an episode where Mr. Burns is like has something wrong with him and he's being especially nice? Does that episode exist at all?
I don't know. That's a good question. I watched
what's going on in your Mr. Burns world right now, right?
I don't know if there's something wrong, but he'll go on like he had issues whenever I was on like some type of health concern or something happened. Like nobody knows, but we just know that there is something. Back when I got hurt 2 years ago, I don't know, right around the start of when I started working and reselling. At the end, when I came back, he was gone for like a month or two because he had some issues. But he also took 3 weeks off recently, so people think maybe there's, he's going through something where he has to be off for so much time. So I don't know, but Mr. Burns wrote me up the other day. He ruined our relationship.
Wait, what?
He wrote me up.
I didn't hear about that. I thought he was being nice to you.
He was. I mean, overall, he is being better, but we had this meeting at work. So he brings in all these people, and they're making changes to my shift. Instead of me working with somebody like me and this other person, they're getting rid of that other person, which is great news for me in a way because job security. Right. I'm the elder statesman on the thing, and now I'm the only guy on there. And they're having other people from different positions come help me as needed, which honestly, it's actually going to work out better because I can work at my own pace. I can kind of milk the clock when necessary.
Chat's got me laughing.
You know, I'm able to kind of do what I want at times, even more. So it's a good time.
Reseller man said, "Now that's the Mr. Burns I know."
Yeah, he wrote me up. It's over. The honeymoon is over. Good morning, Des.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
That's why you have to give these updates, because last I heard, you and him were, getting along, like skipping through the park together and stuff. Like
it was dry for a while. Like I said, I want to keep it real. I don't want to make fake stories or whatever going on. I try to be as honest as I can, especially about the Mr. Burns stuff. You know what I mean? Because, well, you know what I mean? Like, why would I, try to be honest, the best I can.
I was hoping that you guys were going to become really good friends. Maybe invite him over one day and we might get a chance to see him on the show.
Now, the reason why they moved that guy off my shift is because during the pandemic, the one guy that was working with me quit. And then they've been filtering people, just kind of holding the spot, like helping. Then they, just swapping people out as they're able to because of vacations and so on and so forth. So with everything that's going on, like they had a meeting telling us that we're at about 70 or 80% of our normal sales and and whatever, and they're 80% staffed. So we're perfectly staffed at where we're at now. So as long as things stay status quo, and then we have the schools coming back, which we do a good amount of business with schools, even if it's only 2 days a week, then we should see another little increase. But for the most part, like, and I even said this at the meeting, I'm like, well, that means I'm pretty essential, huh? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, well, unless you guys like literally like cut the shift altogether, then I'm SOL. But I would have seniority over a good chunk of people that started after me. So they would have to kind of give me a chance to be at different positions. Hopefully, I think that's how it works. But I should be good, especially now.
So did you? How'd you sign the old write up? Did you give them the old?
Usually I don't write them. Usually I don't sign it. And I'm like, take it, shove it.
I've heard you say that before.
Yeah, because and this is, everyone should know this. If you sign a write up, that admits guilt. So if you go into if you're going for unemployment because you got fired, and they say, well, you had numerous write-ups and this was your X amount of one, you can't fight those. So without signing them, it gives you an opportunity to fight those in a courtly manner. You know what I mean? Like you can actually defend yourself. And if they don't show up, which has happened to me before, because I told my prior company, which is a bigger company, it's not a small guy in the world of the thing. I told them, I says, literally, like, if they would show up to that hearing, I would sue them, and they didn't show up. So I've had my battles in the courtroom for unemployment before.
I worked for Ryder, like the truck rental company, and so I'll try to make this quick, but I got written up because on a trailer, they have a lever that you can pull to slide the back wheels. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, like the tandem.
Yeah, to help the turning radius of the truck or whatever. So there's this lever that you have to pull up, and then the driver drives forward with the brakes set, and it'll slide the tandem wheels.
Right.
Well, they get stuck from time to time, especially in the cold weather. So I was trying to get one unstuck working by myself, and I tweaked my back just a little bit. But I was enough to where I couldn't stand up, and then they sent me to the Concentra or whatever, to the little doctor's office that they have, because, I couldn't stand straight and it was bothering me a little bit. They made me go to the doctor though. Like I couldn't say no. So a couple weeks later after that happened, they wrote me up for not working safely and not asking for help on that. And I was literally like, I'm just pulling on a lever. I don't need help pulling on a lever. I just happened to be, turned the wrong way, and I tweaked my back a little bit. So, anyways, they wrote me up for that. Like they wrote me up twice. Once for not working safely, and then the other one was like I don't even remember, like not asking for help. Like it was 2 write-ups. Literally, they wrote me up twice for that, and I was like, it was a union shop, so I had a union representative there with me and everything when they wrote me up, and I was literally like, "Here we go." I was like, "Y'all are gonna write me up for that?" And I was like, I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna sign it. Like, I don't agree with it. Like, I was working fine. It just was like a little freak thing that happened." And so the point, like, so I was refusing to sign it, like you said, because I was like, I didn't think I did anything wrong. My union representative finally said, you have to sign it. Like, you got to sign it. And I was like, fine, whatever. Like, he was like, so I signed it. And then at the end, I put a happy face, right? They wrote me up for putting that happy face on there.
Why? What was the reason for that?
Subordination or something like that.
You should. Yeah. That's part of your signature.
Yeah. So I got written up.
Like that's your.
I didn't last much longer after that. I was like, this place is stupid. Like, screw that. Like,
I would have definitely fought that one. I'd be like, place can't be written up for. Are you freaking serious?
I was like, if you guys are looking for a reason to fire me, don't worry about it. I'm gone. Like, I was within a week. I put in my notice. Like, if you guys want,
I'd have had fun with it.
Find a reason. I'm done. It was so stupid. Yeah, I was like, you wrote me up for not working safely. You're the ones that made me go like. And you have to get under the trailer to pull the lever. There's no other way to get to it.
Right.
You have to kneel down and get under there and pull on that lever.
Right.
It was so dumb. I was like, I'm gone.
Let's say good morning.
I had to tell that story after you told. Yeah, I can't make that story up. Like, that literally happened to me.
I want to say good morning to Larry M. Appreciate you being here. We got Summers in the house. What up? The funny thing about this story is, because Dan asked what did I do?
Oh, yeah. What did you do?
So what happened was Mr. Burns was on vacation or was gone or whatever, and some paperwork came up missing. Wasn't my fault, but because I was the paperwork guy, I was the fall guy. They were like, "Where's this paperwork at?" I put it on this person's desk, like I do all the time. It came up missing. So it could have been the other guy, but I got blamed for it. So the person that basically I talked to was Smithers. And Smithers told Mr. Burns when he came back. Oh. And that's what I had to deal with. So because Smithers made it sound like it was all good in the hood, like no problem, didn't say anything, didn't write me up. And then like literally 2 or 3 weeks passed, and here comes a write-up. And the funniest thing was, like, it was at the end of the meeting that we had about the new position change and what's going on with the shift. And it was all good stuff that was coming out of there, and things have been good. And then as soon as he said, "I'll be back, I have to get something," I already knew what he was getting. He was getting that write-up. So I knew at that point.
Debbie wants to be clear that Mr. Burns is not kin to her.
This was over. Our friendship was over. But yes,
no more braiding the beard, huh?
It's all right, Debbie. We know you're not a relation to Mr. Burns, and if you were, you probably would not claim said person. I am definitely probably Homer, I would say. But I know what I'm doing at my job versus Homer's like pushes wrong buttons and sets off like the plant going on nuclear, like Holocaust and whatever craziness. We got David in the house. What up? Good to see you. Appreciate David. David won one of our giveaways.
What?
Because he leaves comments, which is how you get in our giveaways. You leave comments on any pre-recorded or live video me and Anthony have, and that is one entry into the giveaway. So David, message Anthony and you will receive your prize.
I mean, there's some people that are sad in the chat, man. You know, you and your Mr. Burns, your relationship had gone a long ways.
We did. We had like a week or so of like
being rebuilt.
we had like a week or so of like peace. You know what I mean? Like, and like being cool.
But I
He
think
was
you
being
did
cool.
what Emily says. I think you just need to do it.
Literally, that would result in me being,
Yeah, I don't think I would want to receive a punch from Nate.
it would.
It's definitely going to be a downward punch because he's
Oh yeah, Mr. Burns is a lot shorter than me, so
just going to be one of those. Boom.
it would be like coming downtown. But yeah, that would punching him would only get me fired and possibly could have me charged with manslaughter, which because I mean he's just like he's like an older crippled old man, so one punch for me, and I'm not saying I'm the best hardest puncher in the world, but yeah, I would probably I'd be Jailhouse Nate again. So we don't want that. You guys rather see me on the show, right?
All right.
At least I think so.
I don't know though. You could be in jail with a viral video if you recorded it though.
That is true.
Just
even though it probably get taken down by YouTube because they would use it as a use it in my trial or it'd be evidence, so they would probably get pulled down pretty quick. But
man.
Hey, it would be for the people, and guess what? I'm for the people, but I'm not. I can't do that.
You run into Did you not know that you're running from there?
I'm not. Hey, listen, in my town, like no joke, no joke. Like the last mayor that we had, the one that we currently have, was a band director and turned mayor. Okay, which tells you probably a lot. Like I'm not saying nothing. There's nothing wrong with band directors. Okay, but I'm saying like how much know-how does a person.
Right. I bet
like
you guys
a younger
have a great parade every year.
Dude, if you typed in my city and saw some of the band, like the board meetings, because they record them live and they're on YouTube, you would like literally like laugh. Like this dude has no idea what he's doing. Like there's epic fights. Like my wife's my wife's grandfather was mayor for a second there, and he was supposed to be a person for the change, and he was nothing but a bunch of BS. So,
right,
I could probably win being mayor.
You just sold me for the people. I mean, I was sold right there. I'm for the people, and you pointed like you were a politician. You're like, for the people.
I could definitely be mayor because I'm from the Six Deuce.
Six Deuce. That was a young. You should use that as your your poster that they put in the yard. What's that called?
Like the vote for me.
Yeah, like, vote for me, and then Six Deuce.
Nate's for change. Vote for me. I'll turn everyone's property values from this to this. Vote for me.
That could be a good little meme right there.
I'll make this. My first thing as mayor, I would make this a NOLA-free zone. No cats allowed.
NOLA-free zone. That's great.
I like NOLA. He's just a little bit pain in the butt.
Man, I've seen that cat go crazy on
that. That cat has destroyed merchandise, literally turned the show off.
I've seen a stack of cards I just seen Nala go.
Nala literally
knock it off the shelf.
Damaged the slab. Some type of Ball Brother rookie card got destroyed. I don't think it was Lonzo. I think it was LaMelo Ball or somebody. I mean, it wasn't worth a lot of money. Let's just face it.
I know I've heard. I haven't seen it, but I heard Nala was climbing on some of the clothing that he has in his basement. He's like, "That's the North Face. Get off of that."
Oh no, that was Michael Kors. That's Michael Kors. What are you doing?
That was classic. He's all, get off that. It's Michael Kors.
Oh, no problem,
I
David.
wish that was recorded, man. That's classic.
We appreciate the all the comments and stuff. It helps all within YouTube, so we appreciate you very much. Even if you can't catch our shows, to at least drop a comment, we appreciate that.
Definitely.
That helps the channel, the show, and all the nonsense get spread all over the world, so we can show how this show really is.
No, David's an awesome guy. He watches just about every single one of my videos and always comments, and I appreciate him a lot, man. He's definitely supports the community and a lot of channels.
Now, David could be one for the people too.
For the people.
For the people.
What time is it where he's at? I have no idea what time it is where he's at.
I was thinking the same thing. It's probably pretty early. I mean,
what time is it where you're at, David? I'm like, I don't know the different.
Either that or it might be like noon
across the pond.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's probably like dinner time his way. Probably, I'm guessing.
Right.
I mean, that's the guess because I'm terrible with time zones.
What time it is over there? I honestly have no clue. It's 4:20 p.m.
Paging the answer man. Damn.
All right. Yep. So they're late. They're late afternoon already.
Speaking of work, I think it's time for me to go get ready for work, and I gotta get my hair right for work. So we'll see you guys later. Hope you have a fantastic Friday. Thanks so much to Uncle B for coming and hanging out. If you're not subbed to Uncle B or myself, my link is right here, of course, because you can click sub button. And if you're not subbed to Uncle B, it's in the description. I made sure to put it nice and shiny right in the middle so you guys can check it out. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I will be going live after my yard sales. I usually do that on Friday. So if you're sub to me, check it out. I'll be live probably about 4 or 5 hours from now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to sneak in to watch that because I think today's gonna be a really lazy day at work because I'm gonna start my weekend off early. So 3-day weekend. Definitely gonna see some content from me this weekend. I have a live show planned. Hopefully, if all comes together, it should be this weekend. I'm gonna guess Sunday. So stay tuned for that. If you're not in the Ecom group, why aren't you? Get in that group. That is where you'll see all the fantastic people that you see today. And you can drop all of your fun, different things you got going on your channels and see what's going on with us. So make sure you join that. And we will see you guys